안녕하세요 여러분. 제 이름은 션입니다.
안녕하세요 여러분. 저는 데이비드입니다.
Yeah. So today we're talking about our life in Korea and risks that we took. We both have prepared one risk with a positive outcome and one risk with kind of an unsuccessful outcome, but nonetheless there were risks and I think it's good to take risks. You agree?
Yes.
I disagree. Yeah, go ahead.
I take no risks.
Yeah.
When I first started getting into travel, my first big trip, I went alone and I flew from Canada to Europe.
Yeah.
I was 18 at the time, and I think the really good thing that I did was I bought a ticket in advance and then I prepared a lot. I just bought the ticket, it's like all the money I'd saved like since forever.
Yeah.
And I remember I was sitting on the ferry to go to the airport.
Yeah.
I was on an island. My hands were cold. Everything about me I was wearing a lot of clothing. Everyone was wearing like short t-shirts and short pants, and they were looking warm and normal. I was so nervous and cold. Like my body was just like, David, don't do this, don't do this. And it turned out to be one of the best decisions.
Really?
It set me off on on a different track of my life.
That's great.
So just buying the ticket and then preparing for it. That's
definitely a risk.
If I didn't do that, I don't think I would have gone. I could have talked myself out of it so easily.
Yeah.
So easily. So that's one.
노력했어요.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely tried.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to start out with my negative risk with a unsuccessful outcome. When I first came to Korea, I originally wanted to go to Seoul, but I couldn't get a job in Seoul. It's super competitive, especially with no experience. So I decided to settle on we said it in a previous video, a city called Jeonju, where we met.
Yeah.
I figured it would be close enough to Seoul, and so I ended up moving there, and it was not really my style. It was a little bit slow of a city, kind of a countryside, and I still learned a lot, but maybe if I were to do it again, I would kind of wait out for a Seoul position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's okay, because I still learned a lot. I met you living in Jeonju.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it turned out pretty good.
It's okay, yeah.
Let me go with my failure.
Turned out pretty good, so the cocky guy.
Turned out pretty good, yeah.
잘하면
Okay. I thought so. So when I came to Seoul, in Jeonju, I had so much time.
Yeah.
I've always tended towards like self-development type stuff.
I know, yeah.
Those types of personalities on YouTube or reading books. And I started doing that a lot since before Korea and in Korea. And I thought, I want to start a business. It's something I want to do.
Yeah.
And I announced to people that I was going to do it, and I didn't really have a solid plan. I had a friend who got accepted into Harvard, and I was going to ride his title, because in Korea title's everything.
Yeah.
I was going to ride his image title, and we're going to do like a tutoring business in English.
Most
right.
Yeah.
And everything just turned to shit. Like we hired a secretary, and she was just making way more money than any of us. It was crazy.
That's too funny. Best job for her.
Yeah, it was a great job for her. And I was.
We're gonna be busy, guys. Real busy. Prepare for the.
She was just sitting. I was paying some ridiculous amount. And I was eating tofu and spinach because it's high nutrition and it was cheap. And I was I was just riding my savings.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up at 6 in the morning. Right, and I go down to my desk and just do nothing because I had no network. I couldn't speak Korean.
Yeah.
I had no plan, and it was just agonizing.
Yeah.
Because it was just a slow bleeding failure for 1 month and a half before I just. And my partner, he got a little scooter accident, broke his foot. Oh man, it was partner's out.
Sounds like a wreck.
He's fine now, and he's in Harvard now, and he's doing better than 5. And so it was a month and a half before I was like, fuck this, I gotta get a job. So I got a job, and now I'm really starting a business, and it's going. It's actually it's got momentum. It's going. So I learned a lot from there. You can't. You can't just talk yourself up really and just be like, I can do it. You should have some kind of a plan.
Yeah.
Something.
But at least you learned something.
Yeah, I did.
Your kind of unsuccessful failure.
How about yours?
So, and on a positive note, right when I finished my year contract in Jeonju, I decided, I was like, I have some money saved up. Should I travel? Should I move to Seoul, find an apartment? Should I find another job? I really want to study more Korean. So my risk I moved to Seoul. I went to a really cheap Goshitel, which is super small place. It's like a shoebox apartment, but really cheap. And I enrolled in Sogang language school for 6 months, not working. With all my savings, I was studying Korean. It was kind of dangerous. How can I live on 6 months with my savings, living in this place, not making anything, just studying? But I gotta tell you, it really worked out. I landed on my feet, and I think my Korean improved like so much because of it.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us what kind of risk, what kind of failure, what kind of success have you had?
Regrets, anything, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
all right. See you guys.
Bye.